What is up, guys? Just sure here, and I'm gonna bring you guys a new video. This video has been super long awaited, and we are finally back in Destiny, and I finally have it. Now this is a guide on how to get the entire Wrath of the Machine spliced armor set, as well as ornaments and the shader. Now, currently on my channel, I have videos on how to get the nano postage shader, which is the shader where you get every single piece of hard gear mode. It doesn't matter what character you do it on, but there is a little glitch that basically you can only get it on that character for that amount of time, but it does allow you to put the shader in the vault, then go back and get one out of the kiosk on your other character. So you are able to transfer it to all characters even if they don't have the full gear set. But I have been grinding for so long just on this character, because this is the only character I have fully done out, and the only part I've needed for 2 weeks now is the spliced helmet. Now this helmet has just been eluding me for the longest time. Now if you guys don't know, to get them glowing red you need these ornaments like the exotic ornaments. Let's see if I go over here, except they come from challenge mode. Now what these do is all the armor, all the like spots that are glowing red right now are initially white, and this is the nano poster shader as well. So this is the hard mode shader. This is the entire set on my character. So basically the only way to get the ornaments that you need for your pieces of armor are to do the challenge modes. Now there are only 2 challenge modes, but they're out every single week in Wrath of the Machine: Vosic and Axis Part 2 challenge mode. Now I don't have any guides on those, but they are a bit difficult, so you might want to get used to your group for a little while. LFG groups, it gets kind of difficult just communicating, which that makes this achievement so much better, just because it's a very difficult thing to do. Now to get the entire armor set, just run the hard mode raid, use as many keys as possible, and if all you need is the arms, you're gonna be wanting to open up all the chests on hard, or the hard mode chest with the keys. So save your keys for the gear pieces you need. Now to get the entire set ornamented out, let's see, 2 for a helmet, you need 2 ornaments, 1 for arms, so 3, 2 for a chest plate, so we're already up to 5, then another for boots, 6, and another for your cape. That is 7. Now on the hunter, the cape barely does anything. Like, you see, the cape is actually the exact same except for this necklace when I deactivate it. If I deactivate it real quick, the necklace glows white, and there's no change in the back of the cape. So I think they should do a little bit more, maybe make the back of the cape glow a little bit more, which is kind of lame. But in total, you're going to need 7 challenge mode completions to get all the ornaments you need. Now the fastest way to do this is to have, of course, all of your characters near 400 light, which is definitely recommended for challenge mode, because they are quite difficult, and it's nice to just have that light boost. So what I did is I ran it on all 3 of my characters every week, then I had to run it a bunch more just to get the helmet, because I could not get that to drop on my character. So the best way is to just run it on as many characters as possible. So if you just have one character that you can run the hard mode on right now, complete challenge, but I would try and level your next character up as fast as possible, because you would have to grind it out 7 weeks doing challenge mode every week, not failing, to get all of the pieces you need for the complete set. Now that is guaranteed if you do the challenge mode. The parts that are going to be RNG are going to be the armor pieces. Now these armor pieces are insanely difficult to get unless you get super unlucky. Now to get the nano postage shader, which is completing every single hard piece, that's going to be the very final part. So if you guys want to know the very first boss, Vosic, like when you actually kill him, the only armor piece he can drop are boots. So unless you need more hard mode boots, I would not recommend doing that chest. Now the next one, Siege Machine, has the most chance of dropping hard loot that people want, because people love the gauntlets. If you don't know, they're basically like the Titan gauntlets from year 1. gosh, I can't remember the name right now, but they drop insane amounts of heavy ammo from killing Fallen, so they're very valuable, and that's hard and normal mode. But both of these pieces are dropped from Siege Machine, so I would recommend if you're just running through your first time, have no hard mode gear, using your key on either Siege Machine or Axis, because Axis part 2, the very final part, if you're doing it on challenge mode, you get a couple more loot drops, including an exotic, and I think just one extra slot of loot, guaranteed to be like, I think it can not only be 5 above your light level, but it might go up to 10. So it's a very, very good way of light leveling as well if you're not already maxed out. But Axis Part 2 can drop the helmet and the cape. Now these are the most elusive parts of the raid, because Axis Part 2, it's very hard to get a group to run all the way there. Um, and stick together in Axis Part 2 is probably the most complicated part, especially challenge mode. Running it and getting everything set up is kind of difficult, so it's going to be the one you're going to be grinding for your final armor piece. Like, I have been grinding this helmet forever. Now, if you guys want to get the normal mode shader, there is a normal mode completion shader as well. Like, the nano post is the one I'm wearing now, is once you get all 4 of the, or all 5 of these armor pieces, the shell and the artifact do not matter. But if you want to get the normal mode as well, it's the exact same drops, exact same bosses, except you have to hit the normal mode chest, and you can't ornament normal mode gear. So hopefully this video has been helpful. Hopefully now you know exactly what you have to do to get the completed set, all ornamented out, getting the nice shader, and this is the picture perfect hunter from the raid. You cannot get any more perfect. Now the only thing that I am missing from the raid right now is a couple pieces on my warlock. I've completed my titan set, and the ship. Now the ship seems to be incredibly rare, because I've probably run the raid, I'm not sure. Can we check in our book? Let's see real quick. But I have run it quite a lot, and I have never even seen a person get the ship in my lobby. It seems incredibly, incredibly rare. So I wonder if they're ever going to buff the chances of getting it, or if they're just going to keep it how it is. Okay, so let's see. Is there a completion one? Of the heroic mode raid. Yep, I've completed it 9 times, and I believe the ship, it only drops off of heroic mode. So I've done it 9 times. I think that's account wide as well, which actually isn't horrible, and that's just enough to get me all my ornaments, and I had to run it 2 extra times to get my hard mode helmet. So hopefully this video has been helpful. Don't forget to drop a like down below, subscribe for more Black Ops 3, Destiny, and World of Warcraft, and I will see you guys later. See you guys.